Hello, I'm Jo Bell. I'm a poet, a poetry teacher, and I'm recording this in my fabulous local, which is already getting ready for lockdown, super quiet, super empty, and one of the many transformed spaces that we're all living in at the moment. And I'm recording this to announce a new project to help us through lockdown. It's called Try to Praise the Mutilated World, after a poem of that title by Adam Zagajewski. It's not a very catchy title. I did consider calling it Fiddling While Rome Burns, but that was a bit too close to the bone. So this is an absolutely unique time, and almost everything that makes it unique is crap. But my God, we have a reservoir of raw material that we will never have again. And in this strange time of the past few months, we've all learned a lot more about working online and living online. A lot of us now know how to use Zoom to run meetings and to attend readings. We can work with people all over the world. We can share videos or music or articles. We can work around our own commitments in our own too familiar homes. It's not the same as sitting in a room together, but there are a few advantages. For a start, this virtual room is a lot bigger than it could be in real life, and we can walk in or out at will. Marianne Moore wrote about imaginary gardens with real toads in them. We're going to build an imaginary community with real poets in it. It's going to be a safe space, a vital and vibrant space. There will be jokes and energy and occasional spats, but we're going to harness the creative friction that happens when you put several hundred writers together in a space. We're going to make something happen. And we're going to come out of lockdown with a sheaf of new poems. So the main part of this project is free for everyone. It's going to last only for a month, for the duration of the UK lockdown that's just been announced. Every day there will be a poetry writing prompt, and everyone can access that for free on my blog at jobell.org.uk. That will start tomorrow, Thursday the 5th of November, here in Britain, and anyone can access that. Everyone, from a complete beginner to a many times published poet, will find something useful in that prompt. There are going to be poems to listen to or to read, there'll be ideas to work from, and they aren't too prescriptive. The aim is that you will go off-piste and use the prompt as just that and see where it takes you. I'll also be setting up a Spotify playlist so that if you have the Spotify app on your phone or computer, you can listen to the music that the others in the group are listening to as they write. Sometimes it'll be calming, sometimes it'll be a kick up the arse to get you going in the morning. Sometimes I'm afraid it will be the Brighouse and Rastrick band playing the floral dance. So there's an added version to this project, a tier 2, if you will, and that costs £10. No matter when you join during the month, it's £10 for the duration. And that goes towards my time and to paying other poets who might be involved. This kind of project takes a lot of time to do well, and I'm a working poet. So writing the prompts and running the online community, which feels safe, kind, and purposeful, takes up some time. And so that's what the money will go towards. So if you contribute £10, you will join, I hope, the private Facebook group which I moderate. It's named after the project, Try to Praise the Mutilated World. It's not just a general chat space, it's an online workshop. It's a place to carve out something genuinely fruitful from this global shitstorm. And the only thing we'll post there will be new poems written in response to these prompts. So you'll be posting your own poems, if you like. You'll be reading other people's poems, which is a superb way to see how many different minds approach the same issue. And we will all comment on one another's work in progress. A lot of you already know how useful that is and how much it can help to develop you as a poet, because you took part in my 52 project a few years ago. We've had competitions won, we've had many new poetry books, we've had so much good work come out of the 52 project, and many other people wanted to take part. So to the old hands of 52, I say welcome back. It is wonderful to see the old names cropping up in the timeline. And you know how rewarding and productive this kind of community can be. Your help is going to be essential to making this work, and I'm relying on you to show the newbies around the digital village. For those of you who are completely new to this, welcome all the more. It's a fantastic way to develop your writing. Posting a poem in an online group is a small act of courage. It gives you a chance to share your work in progress and to see what others are doing with the same material. And it's a closed group, so your work will remain unpublished and invisible to anyone outside of the group. The fact that the project ends in a month gives us all a useful deadline and a shared sense of purpose. As well as that closed group, the other thing that your tenor gets you is a weekly Zoom reading by me or by others of poems that relate to the prompts. And I'll be guided by you on when the best time is to do that. At present, I'm thinking Sunday evenings might be good. So just a few questions anticipated and answered. Firstly, who can join? Anyone who wants to write better poetry, from beginners to experts. It is poetry only, so if you're a prose writer, get your own friends. But that's only because my expertise is in poetry. I'm not really qualified to talk about other kinds of writing, and it keeps the group tightly focused. The joy of a group like this is the chemistry that happens when experienced poets and beginners work alongside each other. My style of running a group like this has been called robust kindness, or gentle bossiness, and sometimes power-crazed mania. But what I aim to do is to steer the group and to keep us all on topic. How do you join to read the prompts every day? All you have to do is visit my blog at jobell.org.uk. From the 5th of November, every day there'll be a new prompt. To join the Facebook group, you'll need to pay £10 via a link on the blog. And then you request to join the Facebook group, which is called Try to Praise the Mutilated World. I'm afraid it's a one-off fee, so there's no reduction if you join us halfway through. Do you have to be on Facebook to join the workshop group? Yes, you do. I know Facebook is not for everyone, and I'm sorry about that, but it's a good platform for most people. It's free, and it's easy for me to moderate. Do you have to have Zoom to see the weekly live readings? Yes. Again, I know that not everyone likes it, but we're having readings, not workshops, so you won't have to show your face if you don't want to. You can just quietly sit and watch. And each of those readings will be less than 40 minutes long, so you only need the free version. What do you post in the Facebook group? Just poems you've written in response to the prompts. You don't have to write every day, you don't have to share them at all. And if you do, just start each post with the words prompt 2 or prompt 12 so that we know which one you're responding to. All of this will be recapped in the group, you don't have to remember it. It is a poetry community, but it's not the place to be sharing interesting articles or poetry memes or links to your own events. It's just going to be the poems we've written in response to these prompts. What happens when you post a poem? Other people will comment on it. They will try to be kind and courteous. You will try to be forbearing if they say something foolish. And I will delete anything that is too unkind or too sharp, and there will be no court of appeal. I am only one person, and I'm working on this as much as I can, but I do have other work as well. So forgive me if I can't reply to private messages asking for feedback. And I say that because the last time I did this, there were hundreds of people in this group. The chemistry and the energy of it were amazing. But I did get messages at 3 o'clock in the morning occasionally asking me to comment on the line endings. So I won't be responding to those. If I police this group carefully, that's to keep it a safe space for everyone at a time when we are all feeling a little bit fragmented and fragile. So forgive me. This is not a revival of the 52 project, but a new community with a new purpose. Our aim is going to be to write well, to write together, and to help each other as poets through this insane and curious period of history. We write because it's who we are, and this time we're doing it as if our lives depended on it, because they do. So I hope you will join us. Try to praise the mutilated world. That's what we're going to do. We're going to do it together and as well as we can. And I look forward to seeing you there.